last week I did trauma healing with Andy, and it was. You mentioned that you had a little anxiety when you were driving to the beach Mondays.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
how,
I always feel anxious about getting in the car. Not really anxious, but there was a level of anxiety there, which made me a very nervous passenger. I would kind of, be quite uncomfortable and very aware of my surroundings and very, very on alert. And the lorries that come past, I was very, very sort of intimidated by them and very kind of felt very vulnerable.
and nowadays every Monday you go to the beach and
Yeah,
have a good day. So it was a little not on the, how do you say, a little
a
not
glitch, a
an,
glitch on
a
the
little
day.
glitch in the day
Yeah,
that you're
definitely.
going to do something you enjoy, and then you have the trip back and forth that
Mm.
sort of ruin a little of that.
Yes, because it ramped up my stress a bit and made me feel a little bit anxious.
And here, after trauma treatment, how was your Monday trip?
Fascinating. I didn't think about it. I didn't have any anxiety. I had no thoughts that we were going in the car. I didn't worry about all the lorries coming past or us overtaking the lorries. I just didn't think about it. It was brilliant.
And is it like now I asked you about it, you realize it?
Yes, it's only now you ask me that I realize I had no anxiety. And
And
that's superb. That's brilliant.
and that's one thing about trauma healing that people forget they have a problem.
Yeah. And I definitely forgot that had an issue with driving in the car. Just didn't think about it.
And we dive into three trauma healings, two from childhood and one from adult life. Tell a little about each of these.
Well, the ones from when I was a child, one was when the windscreen in our car shattered, and in those days, car windscreens really shattered. You couldn't see through them. And my father poked holes in the window in the windscreen, and we carried on driving. And I remember being very, very scared, thinking this is so dangerous. What is he doing? That was quite frightening. I can remember my parents arguing in the car, quite animated arguments, quite sort of strong arguments, and thinking they shouldn't be doing this. We're not safe with you arguing. And the final trauma was when I hit a bicycle, or a bicycle drove into the side of my car. That was a few years ago, only a few years ago, and that was very, very frightening. He was okay, but it really scared me.
And you can say the reason we came to this was by talking about what you could do to relax yourself. You mentioned this little glitch in your good beach
Mm.
trips.
Yes, it was sort of spoiling it really because it was disappointing that I couldn't go to the beach without having a bad journey there and feeling very nervous and anxious. But as I say, Lillian, this Monday just gone, it's completely gone. I just didn't think about it. I just got in the car, we drove there, we drove back. I did not think about it. It's brilliant.
So it's a couple of sentences you can, I cannot remember where in your body this body memory set.
I think it was in my side and in my stomach. One was in my stomach, one was in my side. But it felt much easier once we'd done the therapy. It felt a really strong sense of relief in those areas. The proof was though that on Monday I just didn't think about it. That was just wonderful.
And that's what we do in these therapy sessions. It's taking one after the other, and then you both get a little physical relief from this area. And here it was a trip to the beach that's now without stress.
Yeah, which is much better.
Yeah. So it's one day where you can enjoy it fully instead of having this little glitch, as you say, before and after.
Mm, mm.
So it's one day where you have, the trip, how long it takes. It's maybe two times half an hour, whatever, with no stress now.
Yeah, it's superb. I'm so pleased. And it's funny because you don't notice it anymore. When the trauma is healed, you just don't notice it. You don't think about it. You don't feel those emotions of anxiety and fear and feeling vulnerable. It's just all gone. Brilliant.
I guess maybe the one with the bike where you were adult, you knew about that, but have you given the other two any thoughts as an adult?
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't thought about those instances for a long time, but when we were doing the trauma healing, they really came back to me strongly. So it's quite a powerful memory, really.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
But I haven't thought about them this week at all.